Today, we're going to share our Survive and Thrive resource kit. Did I say that right?
Resource kit.
You know, language is one of the first things that kind of can get tripped up.
Oh, my tongue goes all the way.
Hey, I've got it in my family. You never know. So if you don't know who we are, Nancy, Dangle?
Yes, I was diagnosed in 2013 with early onset Alzheimer's, and in 2017 they changed it up and called it mild cognitive impairment.
12 years later.
Yes, I'm still doing okay and fine.
Doing great.
Yeah.
My name is Kat. I'm also known as the Dot because I'm the care partner.
Right.
I have been a family caregiver of sorts after losing 7 family members and care for 2 loved ones at home right now. So I've been in the weeds.
You definitely have, my friend.
So we want to guide you if you're starting to have cognitive impairment, you sense something. We've done some videos about going to see a doctor, why that's important to go early. But today we wanted to talk about, if you do get diagnosed, resources. There are so many. This is the good news to survive and perhaps thrive.
It's an attitude change too. Let's don't absorb all the bad stuff, because we certainly can hear that along the way. Yeah, and it kind of takes us in a tailspin down. But what we can do is we can be open to learning how we might make it better for ourselves. And that's what we're about.
And so the first thing you need is a good, solid ground team if you've gotten diagnosed.
That's right. You need to understand that the doctor that you're choosing needs to be on your side, needs to have your back.
Also part of your ground team, if you can, connect with a memory clinic of sorts that is a specialty clinic. Mm-hmm. We're fortunate to be in Las Vegas with the Cleveland Clinic, Nevada.
That's a powerhouse.
And it has all the wraparound services that a family may need. They have family counseling, programs, education.
Care partnering, support groups.
Yes.
Music programs.
So you want to get that ground team is the first thing.
Yes.
Definitely working for you where you can learn and know there's support.
Don't we always feel better if we've got someone that has our back? So it is about us being able to say, hey, I got this. Yeah. And I'm going to look at it in a different and a new way. And here's where you begin.
And then there's organizations like the Alzheimer's Association really help both of us.
I turned to them immediately in the beginning, and they were right there. And I advocate for them because they're such a great source and help you feel better about where you are.
They also have great resources like the 10 warning signs to help you understand what's the difference between normal aging and when there
any number of brochures that you need in your gaining wisdom of where you are.
Another great thing is more creative and more community support, right? How about peer-to-peer support?
It's amazing how many people you meet along this way. Kat and I met because of dementia and co-create Dangle and Dot because of that. So we're out there and other people are out there, and you soon find that you have a community of your own.
And so one of the things that we do every Friday is
Dementia Conversations with Dangle and Dot.
And that's through the Nevada Dementia Education and Engagement Program.
At UNI.
Credible students, and run by Jennifer Carson there, that really has done some creative things around empowering people with dementia.
So you're talking to both the care partner and person living with. If we can gather the information together for as long as we can, it is like a marriage and unity that keeps us going together. And if I understand her better and she understands me better in those roles, those different roles, we glow and we are softer and we're more understanding.
And I would say community support programs that are available with the upbeat part.
You
we
know,
recognize the pain, but we also need to recognize the joys.
That's right. You know, with every down, there's an up. And so what is the up? If at the beginning of the day you can say, okay, today I'm doing this, 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 and this, and half of it has to do with dementia and the other half is work and life, let's make what we can better. It has worked for both Kat and I in our different roles.
Other types of fun, creative groups have been reimagining dementia. It's a coalition for justice.
They're going around and they're talking about it, and just like conversations like we're talking about it, and that's where we get our inside information and our comfort.
Humanity back.
That's right.
But living in this
we
space.
learn more about people that are walking in the fog, and reimagining dementia was a boost to me when I first learned about them. I highly hold them as someone that you might contact. We've got that information.
Yeah, we're going to include it down on the video along with the other ones that we mentioned. And we are working on a little book that's going to have all these resources
in it. And so that's coming out soon to be announced.
As far as other resources, I think there's some tech tools.
Let's talk about tech, shall we? It changes. I used to be okay getting on that computer and motoring through, and new computer, new programs, and it isn't as easy. And it's easy to just say, I'm not going to do this. I understand why people throw their hands up and say, no, I'm doing no more of this. Can't do that. You got to find a way to learn how to get through that. And so we're kind of here to laugh you through it because, you know, nothing should be so frustrating. And Kat will tell you, I've spent some time in that realm with regard to tech, but I haven't given up. And I think that's
No, you're amazing. I think there's a lot of new tech tools too, also to support caregivers with medication reminders. There's actually dementia type of TV. There's Dementia Darling on social media.
Yeah, she's great.
A great job of, you know, exploring all the tech tools.
Being up, because we need to be up.
Another tech tool that we've enjoyed is SingFit.
Oh, I love SingFit. I cannot carry a tune. And let me tell you something, when I turn that thing on, my voice is loud and I just sing away and I find myself laughing. You know, it's just being okay with laughing at yourself. Would you agree?
Oh, 100, you got to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's one of our fortes.
Yes.
The tough stuff can be softened or lightened with a little bit of laughter.
And understanding.
So what other survival and thrive?
Learning a little bit about yourself, being open. Being open, because it isn't a road that we all raise our hands and want to take, but it is a road that's happening to more and more people. And we have to be willing to look at ourselves and to see, how can I make this as good as I can make it?
Yeah. So I think one of the brain health resources that we've both discovered actually is meditation.
Yes.
And that does help you ground yourself. You grow through this challenge of dementia.
And you know, and it's not all bad, because as I say, with an up there's a down, and when there's a down there's an up, and we just need to find it. And in this particular area of diagnosis, we sometimes have to pinch ourselves and kick ourselves and make ourselves get up and do something we don't want to do.
Right.
But it becomes easier.
You know, I'm really concerned that I could get dementia easily too. Sure. I haven't lost 7 family members. So brain health things come into play in my world. I'll use a Vegas term, I'm doubling down on my brain health. And when I talk about meditation, there's a great apps and YouTube videos that incorporate certain frequencies of music and sound that actually help you relax, like 432 hertz, gamma wave type music. I love the app. It's called Expand. It's from the Monroe Institute. It has this great soothing noises as a caregiver that I think are really helpful. I think the brain functions better when it's not stressed.
There is a new company that has come out called Moneta, and it is about learning how to refocus and training your brain to is it getting the synapses reconnected?
Yeah, they call it like cognitive rehab therapy.
Yes.
That they do to
Yes.
help you reconnect neurons.
So I've done it 9 weeks now. And I got to tell you something, I'm really quite taken with it. We had an exercise yesterday with a voice therapist, and she told a story, and I merely listened. And I got most everything in that story. And it probably had 15 sentences, right? And I remembered everything. And we talked about that. Why is that worked? Because usually it's gone immediately, right? And I think the no stress, I think having eaten something that was protein powerful, I think that I was in just such a good space that it's working. It is working. So, you know, when you go to the doctor and they give you either 3 or 5 words, and then you say, oh gosh, I can't remember those, I'm having better success going back. And it's because I'm training myself to do something different. And we're trying to figure out exactly what is Nancy trying to do, because most people can't figure that out for her.
One thing, Nancy is always trying. Let's just start with that. She has not ever giving up.
Oh my gosh, I am. I do not want this thing to catch hold and make me just sit there.
Well, 12 years later, here we are.
So
yes.
I'm just saying, and we're just saying, guys, listen, this thing, we can do this. We can do this. It's not something you can just hold your hands out.
Right.
It is something that you have to become a partner to.
And action. This is everything we've mentioned here today for resources to support you if you've just been diagnosed. And we know it's difficult, but you could be busy all the time with all the resources and classes and music and dance. But those are the action steps that are worth it.
They are.
To keep you thriving is what we want, right?
Yes.
It's going to shift and change, but your experience will not be this tragedy.
And, you know, I started after first diagnosis, I started early morning, 3 a.m. Words were coming to me from the skies above, and I was writing and writing and writing, and I have continued to write and written 3 books due to that. How many out there of you journal?
Mm-hmm.
Keep these words moving and going. I say a lot of my success has to do with the fact that I have kept busy, and I've gotten up when I didn't feel to. I've said yes when I thought, no, I don't really want to. We're just here to share what we do and hope that it helps you.
You need a good ground team. Your clinic that you're going to should be helpful. Alzheimer's Association. Maybe a great way is to start with the walk.
With the walk to end Alzheimer's.
And creative new community support like UNR's Dementia Friendly Nevada. And you don't have to be from Nevada to access these things.
A self-management that you can look at. And it's reader friendly, it's positive, it's action oriented.
Try to find some tech tools, caregiver, to help you stay on for it. But the good old-fashioned sticky notes, signs, they work.
Yeah.
Calendars.
We got them here, too.
And then, above all, take care of your body, take care of your brain, have fun.
At Caregiver, take care of you. It's not just about this side. Take care of you.
Meditation. We hope you've gotten something out of this video. One resource you can walk away and go give it a try. You're not alone. Don't be alone. Don't go alone. You might make new friends.
Golly.
Find out you're making videos on YouTube. Who would have ever thought that 12 years ago?
Yes. Who would have thought that?
Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, and share with somebody who needs an up in this thing that's down.
I say that too.